Hey everybody, Brett Thompson here at Thompson Law Group. I've had a lot of real estate agents call me and ask me, hey, what's going on with these various lawsuits pertaining to the National Association of Realtors and various nationwide brokerages. So I've done a little research. I've reviewed some published decisions online. So I'm going to give you a summary procedurally of how these cases are playing out. Not a whole lot of substance, but I'm going to give you a procedural breakdown. I'm not opining one way or another, but I'm just trying to give some insight and some education to our real estate agents in the community in regards to what is the status of these legal ventures. So I'll just start. In 2019, the Department of Justice, so the United States Department of Justice, initiated an inquiry into the NAR, which is the National Association of Realtors. So the Department of Justice Antitrust Division initiated an investigation, and their inquiry was in alleged anti-competitive behavior by the NAR and the various MLS, which is the multi-listing services. So lots of real estate agents will list and market their properties for sale on the MLS, which is the multi-listing service. The Department of Justice was particularly targeting a participation rule and a clear cooperation policy that the NRA had, and they felt that those provisions had certain anti-competitive provisions in them. In regards to those provisions, the Department of Justice said that they prohibited them from doing various activities. So basically, I'm going to summarize. The agents can't hide commissions offers from the consumers. The agents can't represent that the buyer-broker services are free. An agent/realtor can't restrict MLS access based on commission splits offered. And realtors can't restrict lockbox access to agents without the seller's knowledge. So in 2023, January of 2023, the Department of Justice closed their investigation. There was a meeting of the minds, if you will, between the DOJ and the National Association of Realtors, whereby the NAR made certain changes to their policies, rules, and regulations to come into more alignment with what the United States government expected. Later that year, a class action lawsuit was filed in 2019. It was initially styled as Sitzer, later named Burnett, and this was filed in the U.S. District Court of Missouri. And the named defendants were the NAR, Home Services of America, Inc., BHH Affiliates, LLC, HSF Affiliates, LLC, Keller Williams Realty, Inc., Realogy Holdings Corp., and Remax, LLC. That lawsuit has several allegations. To summarize the allegations, number one, they allege that there was an anti-competitive restraint that inflated residential real estate commissions. There were behaviors that stifled competition among brokers by artificially inflating commission rates, and there was a conspiracy to restrain trade. The lawsuit also set out various objections to training materials that various nationwide brokers had, alleging that the training materials taught the real estate agents to only set commissions at 6%, to never lower those commissions lower than 6%. The allegation was that these rules inflate home prices by encouraging agents to favor promoting homes that offered higher commissions. The case was tried on Halloween of this year, October 31st. Prior to the case being heard by a jury, Anywhere Real Estate reportedly settled for $83 million, and Remax settled the case for a reported $55 million. The case was tried before a jury on Halloween. Well, the verdict came down on Halloween. The case the case took about 2 weeks. But on Halloween, the verdict came down in favor of the plaintiffs and against the National Association of Realtors, Keller Williams, and Home Services of America. The jury found that those defendants were liable for colluding to fix commission rates. The court entered a $1.78 billion judgment against said defendants. This case does qualify for what's called treble damages, which is basically a civil penalty tripling the jury award. So the exposure, if you will, to the NAR, Keller Williams, and Home Services America could be up to around $5 billion. The named defendants have indicated that they will be appealing this verdict to the higher appellate courts. So we shall see how it plays out. A portion of the case or the whole thing could be reversed. We don't know. Some facts that came out in the litigation, or allegations rather, is that in 2020, 91% of homes sold were listed on the MLS. Also in 2020, Americans spent over $85 billion on residential real estate commissions. The case also alleged that 97% of the MLSs are owned or operated by one or more realtor association. Now, immediately following the verdict on Halloween, 3 more cases were filed. So there is a Gibson lawsuit which was filed by the same legal team that represented the victorious plaintiffs in the Burnett case. And the Gibson lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court of Missouri again, that names Compass, Redfin, EXP, Wykert Realtors, United Real Estate, Howard Hanna Real Estate, Douglas Eilman, and the National Association of Realtors as named defendants. And it appears that this is a very similar allegation in regards to antitrust, a monopoly, price fixing. So it looks like it's the same or similar allegations. Also, there's a case styled Burnett versus the National Association of Realtors and Keller Williams, which was filed in the U.S. District Court in South Carolina. And that is also seeking class action qualification, meaning that the plaintiffs want to broaden the base of plaintiffs to a class of people. And this class of people are various sellers over a few years that closed on real estate in South Carolina. Also, another lawsuit, the last name of the plaintiff is March. So March versus the Real Estate Board of New York, plus 26 other real estate companies and real estate brokers throughout New York, the state of New York. That was recently filed in Manhattan. So it looks like there could be copycat cases or a domino effect, if you will, in different jurisdictions whereby the National Association of Realtors and various brokerages are going to be named defendants. So we will see how it plays out. The theme of these lawsuits is anti-competitive behavior, commonly known as a monopoly. And in the past, either the Department of Justice or various plaintiffs have brought these types of cases. If the DOJ brings the case, let's see, the railroad industry got broken up. The telephone industry got broken up into different companies. The oil industry got broken up into different companies. So a lot of times the remedy that the government is seeking when they find that there is anti-competitive behavior is they will break up the offending company or companies into smaller companies under the theory that this will now be beneficial to the consumer and it will encourage the marketplace and competition within the marketplace. So we'll see how it plays out. So like I said, I'm just trying to give you kind of an overview procedurally of what's been going on with these cases and with the Department of Justice as it pertains to the National Association of Realtors, the various MLS companies, and the various nationwide brokerages. So I hope that was informative. Have a great day.